Hi everyone and Happy New Year! Today I want to share with you 24 gentle New Year's goals for 2024. These have to do with self-care, slow living, minimalism, and just taking good care of yourself, prioritizing mental health, having fun, and having a more grounded, fulfilled year. These goals are gentle, compassionate, and focus on you. So instead of the usual New Year's goals that you hear a lot during this time, like being more productive, waking up earlier, going to the gym, things like that. These goals will, as one of my patrons recently put it, gently push you forwards. And while they are easy and kind, I believe that they are also very powerful and impactful. I recommend picking one or a few of these goals for yourself if they resonate with you, and feel free to make them your own. I also have a little announcement that I want to share with you. I will do that later on in the video. So for now, let's begin with the 24 gentle New Year's goals for 2024. Number 1, once a month, take yourself out on a date. This is one of my favorite things to do if I have a little time. There is just something so wonderful about spending some quality time with yourself and treating yourself to something that you really enjoy. You could go to a little cafe and read your book, which is one of my favorite things to do, especially if I'm feeling a little tired. You could go to a museum, you could join an art class, or go for a walk in a park, or see a movie. You don't have to take anyone else into consideration. You can do things exactly how you enjoy them. Taking myself out on a date occasionally has given me the opportunity to explore who I am, what my interests are. Sometimes I get these really helpful insights that only come when you slow down and spend some time with you. So you could set the intention of taking yourself on a date once a month, schedule these solo dates in your calendar and go. Number 2, stop ignoring your feelings. I used to always ignore my feelings, and I think that that is something that is kind of taught to us in a way. So it took some practice for me to stop doing this. And what I mean by that is ignore how you are really feeling and what you really need, because you feel like you don't have time or opportunity to give that to yourself. When I was working in a corporate job, for example, this was just my constant state. I would have a meeting and you cannot be sleepy or uninterested in a meeting, so I would have a cup of coffee and push through and do the meeting. And doing that like day in, day out, year in, year out, eventually led me to burnout, which took me 2 years to recover from. And even now, like 7 years later, this is still challenging for me. So it continues to be a practice. Of course, we all have things that we need to do. We might have work or kids or busy schedules or deadlines or whatever it is. So I realized that you cannot always listen to how you're feeling, because there's just not always going to be time or opportunity for self-care or rest. But there often are small ways that we can give some self-care or the thing that we need to ourselves. So at least try to tune into how you're feeling once a day and try to see if you can do small things for yourself, like go to bed a little bit earlier if you need it, or adjust your posture if your back hurts, or taking an actual lunch break because you feel like you just don't want to talk to people for a little while. So this could be about trying to go from just constantly ignoring how you're feeling and go and push through, to every once in a while tune into how you're feeling and try to give yourself what you need, however short or small, because these things add up and they do make a difference. Number 3, give genuine compliments. If you like someone's hair or outfit or jewelry, or if you're impressed by something that they did or just the way that they are as a person, try telling them that. It may sound silly, but for me, like, I personally forget this. Like, I forget to say it. I think, oh, my friend is wearing a beautiful sweater, or oh, she's so smart or something, and I don't actually say that. So that's something that I'm trying to work on. If you can give someone a genuine compliment, do that, because you will brighten their day probably more than you realize, and yours as well. Number 4, buy from your own home first. If you're not already used to doing this, I highly recommend adding this one to your list of goals for the year, because it will save you so much money, time, space, energy, to just be like, if you need something, take a look around your home first to see if you already have something that you can use, and only going out to buy the thing if it turns out that you don't. Number 5, spend less time doing, more time being. This was one of my goals for 2023 and I will continue working on it this year as well. I think it's also more about like a mindset, like a way of going about your day. So instead of just rushing through my to-do list, trying to get everything done, I will also try to spend some moments in a day just being. Remember that I am a human being, not a human doing, and there's more to life than ticking off your to-do list. So I might spend some time with a cup of tea staring out the window, or go back to bed after breakfast for 10 minutes, drink a glass of water, things like that. Or single tasking when I'm cleaning, so not trying to rush through it, but instead just taking your time cleaning. And it is funny how something even like cleaning can be like a little bit of a break for your mind when you go about it with intention. Number 6, declutter one item each day. Easy peasy minimalism goal that will lead to really big results. So if you are unhappy with the amount of stuff around you or clutter around you, then this goal can be a wonderful thing to try this year. Picking one item is quite doable. You can just go around your house and pick up something that you never use or you don't love anymore. Put it in a box, like have a box somewhere, and once the box is full, you can decide to donate it or give some things away or possibly sell them. But this is a great way to get things out of your house because by the end of the year, you will have decluttered at least 365 items. Number 7, honor commitments to yourself. If you promise yourself something, try to make sure that that actually happens. So this could be, for example, about taking an actual lunch break at work, and then 5 minutes before your break starts, something comes up and you're just like, okay, bye break. And then you give priority to that thing. And this goal can help you to kind of be like, no, I promised myself an actual lunch break, so I will take that now. And I will deal with this thing when I get back from my break. Unless it's something super urgent, of course, but you get what I mean. If you promise yourself Sunday afternoon off, but then someone invites you to something, this goal could help you to say no if that's not something that you really want to do. So it is about really honoring that commitment that you made to yourself just as much as you honor commitments that you make to other people. Number 8, practice being more assertive. If you feel uncomfortable, if you're trying to get the attention of a staff member when you're in a restaurant and you want to order something, like me, then this is the goal for you. Being assertive is a really important communication skill, and it can help you to express yourself or ask what you want or need, or possibly even stand up for yourself when you need to, or just not have to wait 45 minutes to order a cup of coffee. Try practicing this in small ways. So if you're scared to do this in person at first, do it with an email or a text, or practice what you want to say before you say it. You could write down a list of questions before you go to the doctor and make sure that you actually ask them all. You are not being like annoying or a burden or too much if you practice being assertive and ask for what you really want. Number 9, get the whole wheat kind. If one of your goals has to do with eating healthy this year, then this could be a great one to add as well. I started doing this last year and it really changed a lot in such a positive way. So every time I go to the grocery store or I order something somewhere, let's say it is bread or crackers or pasta or rice, I always get the whole wheat kind. So whole wheat pasta, brown rice, whole wheat bread, everything. And it took some getting used to in terms of flavor and also the amount of fiber that you are getting. So you need to drink a lot of water too to make sure that, it's only helping your body. But if you only get the whole wheat kind, before you know it, you're going to be used to it, and it is so much better for you in so many different ways. So it is just a really easy way to eat healthier, because you can only have to swap one thing out for another, and it doesn't really cost any extra effort. Number 10, invest in your happiness. If there's something that you've always wanted to do, take a class, take a trip, sign up for something in your area, go in a hot air balloon, whatever it is, try and see if this is the year that you could do it, or at least take the first step to it, because you might feel like you have all the time in the world to do these things, but you never really know. So when it comes to investing in your own happiness and just living your life to the fullest, I personally think that now is always the best time, because If not now, then when? And here's where I also want to share my announcement with you, and that is that I'm doing a big New Year sale on my decluttering ebook and both of my online courses. So everything is 20% off. If you want to start 2024 off right, then now could be the perfect time to do it. So what are my ebook and my courses about? First of all, my decluttering ebook. This is a 90-page PDF ebook with all my tips and advice towards a decluttered home. It has helpful tips for every category of clutter, pitfalls to avoid, checklists, and much more. This is great for anyone who has just started out with decluttering, but it also has some strategies for people who want to take it to the next level. So if you have some decluttering goals for yourself this year, then I recommend checking out this ebook. Then there's my full online course to simplify your life, which is called In Love with Your Life. And this is a 20-week guided program to help you simplify all the big aspects of your life, as well as create more of what you love. There's a new guided lesson with worksheets every week for 20 weeks, but you can also decide your own pace as you move through the program to make it fit your schedule, and you will continue to have access to all the lessons and the materials for as long as you like. This course is perfect for you if you feel just overwhelmed or that things are getting too busy or too complicated and you would love to simplify things and get some more insight into what it is that you really like or love and how you can create more of that in your life. Then lastly, there is my 30-day slow living course, which is called Unhurried. This is a lovely 30-day program where every day you will get an email from me with that day's new lesson and an inspiring challenge to help you experience slow living and the benefits of slow living directly into your everyday life. I designed these challenges to be short and sweet. Usually they can be done in 15 minutes or less, so they are easy to fit into a busy lifestyle. And just like with In Love with Your Life, you will get lifetime access to the materials, so you can repeat the program as many times as you want. This program is perfect for anyone who's craving a simpler, slower life, but doesn't really know where to start. You can use my coupon code LetsGo24 at checkout and get 20% off, so you can get one of them, you can get more of them if you like. I will leave all the links in the description box with information about what's included in the ebook and the courses, what other people have to say about them, etc. The sale will last for 2 weeks until January 15th, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will answer them there. Let's get back to the New Year's goals. Number 11 is to wait for 30 minutes after waking up before grabbing your phone. Because when you think about it, do you really need emails from work or sad news articles or people texting you about stuff straight after waking up? I find that the way that I wake up and the things I put into my brain, that first little fragile bit of the day has such an impact on how I feel the rest of the day. So really, this is an amazing thing that you can do for yourself, for your mental health, to set the goal this year for the first 30 minutes after waking up, and feel free to expand on that if you can, but at least 30 minutes to leave your phone be and focus on yourself and slowly starting the day gently and positively. Number 12, give more hugs. I think most people might not hug enough. Hugging is magical, and as someone who didn't grow up in a family where people gave a lot of hugs, I had to kind of learn this myself later on in my life. Now that I know the power that a hug can have, I never want to go a single day without giving or receiving at least one hug. If you don't know who to hug, I have the perfect person for you. You could hug yourself, because it has been proven that hugging yourself reduces stress and improves your health. Now, I'm gonna say something kind of weird here, but hear me out. You could try hugging yourself naked. So not wearing any clothes. And I personally think that the skin on skin contact makes the whole thing even better, even if it's with yourself. And it's also just such a healing thing to do when it comes to the relationship that you have with your own body. So if you think you're ready for it, give it a try. Number 13, spend more time in silence. If you're one of those scatterbrained people whose mind just always racing, I would try this out. It's also one that I'm working on this year. It's not new to me, but it is just something that you easily forget. So I want to spend some more time in silence this year. We put so much information into our brain on any given day, and for me, spending time in silence isn't even about like noise per se, but more about giving my brain and myself a little bit of time and space to just be and breathe and just think by myself. To just spend some time without other people's opinions and energies and just give your brain a little mini vacation. If you're used to always listening to things while you're doing chores, for example, you might want to give this a try every once in a while. It might be a little boring at first, especially if you're used to like constant mental stimulation, but you might find it actually really quite nice. Number 14, schedule your medical appointments and checkups. If you have some medical appointments or questions about your health even, take a little afternoon, write everything down that you have been postponing or that you're wondering about, and take an afternoon to just call everyone and schedule all of them in. If you haven't been to the dentist in a while, schedule that in. I am terrified of going to the dentist, and I didn't go for 4 years in a row, and my dental health really suffered, especially my gums. So I've been going twice a year for 3 years now in a row, which I'm very proud of. And my teeth feel much better, they are much healthier, and it all started when I scheduled that first appointment. Number 15, be yourself in social situations. This is one of mine as well. If you are someone who always feels very drained after social interactions, ask yourself if maybe that's being caused, at least partially, by you feeling like you have to be someone else around others. Like you have to be like on or the best version of yourself, or like you need to entertain the other person. So I'm working on this by just being honest. Like, hey, I'm having a good time, I'm just feeling a little tired, and I don't feel like I need to push away the tiredness and act like super cheerful and energetic when that's not really how I'm feeling at all. This is hard to explain because a lot of this is done like subconsciously, but once you kind of see what it is that you're doing, it becomes easier to practice with. And especially as a highly sensitive person, try being you and however you're feeling, and trust that that is enough. Number 16, start loving your body. This is something I've been working on a lot this year, and it's been so healing. Of course, if you are someone who really struggles with this, then you can also do it together with a mental health care professional. How I'm working on this is, instead of focusing on the things that I don't like about my body or that make me feel insecure sometimes, like, a little bit of extra cushioning here or there, or some birthmarks I don't like, and yeah, I have a bunch more. Instead of focusing on those, I focus on feeling grateful for everything that my body does for me and for being healthy. I really just realized this year that if I was to be given like a serious diagnosis, for example, and my health or even my life would not be guaranteed, I would suddenly just not care about these things at all. All I would want is for my health to be back and for me to be able to live my life again and do the things I love and spend time with the people that I love, and nothing else would matter. And the thing is that right now, that is my life. Like, I am healthy, my body is working super hard for me to be able to do everything that I want and to see the people I love, and that is just not something that I ever want to take for granted. So start focusing on everything that your body does for you and be grateful for it and love it for it, and get off Instagram or TikTok if that makes you feel insecure, and realize that like everyone has these insecurities, and that's not a bad thing, but you don't have to obsess about them. You can also just focus on gratitude and the fact that you are healthy. Number 17, quit one social media platform. If there is a social media platform that you have spent too much time on, more time than you would like, or that just makes you feel kind of lousy most of the time, then this could be the year for you to say, okay, I'm done with it, and quit and delete your account. I personally am not on any social media platforms, even as an influencer. Like, obviously I'm on YouTube, but like that's my personal choice. That doesn't have to be you. I just don't like to waste any time on social media. So maybe you really enjoy being on Instagram, for example, but you're also on TikTok and you find that you just often waste a lot of time there. Then this could be the year for you to just delete your account, and you can always go back on it if you end up actually missing it. But I am here to tell you that life without social media, any social media, can be wonderful, and I personally don't think that you are missing out on anything. Number 18, frequent more small local businesses. If you want to go for a cup of coffee and you have the choice between going to a Starbucks or like an independently owned coffee shop somewhere further in the street, you could go there. If you want to get a pedicure and you have the choice between this like fancy big chain thing and the pedicure lady that does it by herself in her own home, that's really nice, go there. So this goal is about seeing if you can take it local and support like small independent business owners when you can. Number 19, be a better friend. One of the ways I'm practicing with being a better friend is to talk less and listen more, ask questions and show them you're interested. Or if you're the type of person who forgets to get in touch with people, you could set an alarm on your phone for once a week to go off on a certain time that you're like usually free. And you could use that opportunity to call someone or text someone or ask them how they're doing. So you could pick like one person and get in touch with them. Number 20, say one nice thing to yourself every day. It can be in the mirror after brushing your teeth. It can be in a journal before you go to bed. The thing is to practice saying one nice thing to yourself every day, and this can slowly start to improve your self-talk. This year, I've learned a lot about the power of self-compassion versus like being super strict and beating yourself up all the time and being really negative. Not just in how you feel about yourself and how like happy you are, but even in like getting things done and making the most of your life. The way you talk to yourself matters, and if you're someone who feels uncomfortable being nice to yourself or saying something nice to yourself, then this could be the goal for you. To just talk to yourself the way that you would talk to someone you love, even if it feels weird. Some examples are, I'm proud of me, I accept myself as I am, I love the little freckle above my nose, I'm able to learn anything, or just I'm trying and that is awesome. Number 21, replace complaining with gratitude. This could be a good goal if you want to spend your year just more positively. So every time you catch yourself complaining, try to turn that around and focus on gratitude instead. I don't know about you, but I actually hear a lot of like complaining around me often. Maybe it's a Dutch thing, but as much as I understand it, and of course I complain too sometimes, in the end it doesn't really like lead to anything or change anything. And I notice every time I'm complaining, I try to turn that around and focus on gratitude instead. And my mood just shifts immediately from like bitter, sour, negative to more positive and like optimistic. Number 22, clean your phone at least once a week. A random one, but very important, because our phones are always with us and they are exposed to a lot of bacteria. And while most of them are probably harmless or like germs that we already have immunity against, there is a chance of like picking up a cold or the flu from your phone, or if you hold it to your face when you're calling, maybe triggering acne, or even food poisoning if you use your phone when you're cooking. So get in the habit of cleaning your phone at least once a week. Just take off the case, disinfect everything, and put it back. Number 23, find a workout you love doing. I'm a huge believer of the power of gentle and joyful exercising. I've talked about it before on the channel, and it has been a huge game changer for me when it comes to my physical health, but definitely also to my emotional and mental health, to have a workout that I actually enjoy doing. I don't always feel like working out, but I know that I will 99% of the times feel better afterwards. So if you don't know what kind of workout you enjoy, then 2024 could be the year to find that out. So you could try some different things, maybe sign up for a gym where they have several options. You could go on YouTube to search like different workout videos, different kinds of workouts that you might enjoy. Or if you just enjoy like walking or going for a run, that would be good too. Don't feel like you need to be good at it from the get-go. If you like struggle a little bit in the beginning, that doesn't mean that you don't like it. It just, you know, everything takes practice. So if you kind of like something, try sticking with it for a while. and you will automatically get better at it and you might really enjoy it. Number 24, walk small distances instead of taking the car. If you can and if it's safe. Last idea for the New Year's goal that I have for you today could just be to walk more. And the reason I'm so excited about this one, I always love walking in general, but I read a study that showed that just taking 2,330 steps a day, which is 23 minutes or about that time, can increase your lifespan. So we often talk about like 10,000 steps a day or 20,000 steps a day even, but that's not really like realistic for everyone. Whereas walking 23 minutes a day is a lot more doable and it can be done in like small increments. So you could park a little bit further from your destination so that you have to walk the last 10 minutes to get there and 10 minutes back. That's already 20 minutes right there. You could of course go for a little walk around the block too after dinner or whatever time works for you. So I love this and I would encourage anyone, if you can, to walk a little bit more. Before you go, I would love to hear from you what goals you are working on this year or just things that you would like to pay a bit more attention to. Maybe something I said or something of your own, please leave those in the comments. If you would like my decluttering ebook or one of my online courses with 20% off, I will leave everything in the description box, the links to discount codes, and be sure to do that before January 15th when the sale ends. As always, questions, comments, conversations down below. Thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year, and I will see you all again soon. Bye bye. For those of you wondering, I am drinking fresh mint tea, so it's just really simple, some fresh mint leaves, hot water, and a little bit of agave syrup.